Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video again. Today I'm going to talk about why I started my YouTube channel because I get a lot of questions on that. The number one question I get is why I started my YouTube channel and what made me start it. So yeah, let's go. So instead of answering all these questions individually about why I started it and like what the gist is of it, I thought I'd just sit down and make a video about it. So basically the reason that I started this is because I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel ever since I was a little kid. I always loved filming and editing and making like stop motion videos and that kind of stuff. When I was a kid, I would make stop motion videos with my Barbies and my dolls and that kind of stuff, and I really just loved it. Like I did it for fun. I really enjoyed stop motion. When I was a kid, I would like write songs and just make funny videos with my friends. Like we would dress up as characters and make funny videos. I really wish I still had some of those videos. I have a ton of myself. I can react to some of those. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Comment down below if you want to see me react to those old videos because some of them are hilarious. Me and my brother went to a acting and modeling school named John Robert Powers. We were there for about 7.5 years. We just learned a bunch of like acting and ways to model, and we did like a couple photo shoots with them. It was super fun and a super cool background to learn about acting, modeling, and the whole set of just how to act in front of a camera. And so I got a lot of the love from that, just growing up in that environment, because we would go every single week. I got a lot of experience out of it. I would do monologues in front of cameras. They would send them into agents. I would make a bunch of video collages, different things, and like my own video edits. That was something that was just personally fun for me. I didn't do it for anything else besides fun. I decided to finally, it took me a long time to find my calling, and I don't know if this is right now just a hobby or if I'm taking this on as like a career. It'd be really awesome if I took it on as a career, but I know that it's not smart to go into the YouTube environment looking for money. So it's definitely not what I'm trying to do. I definitely do this for fun. I'm just trying to take my passion for filming and editing my own videos and put it out there for people. Not only just for people, but for me to watch in the future. I like to vlog some of my days and some of my life, and then when I'm older I can look back and see what it was like at that time. Kind of just have a memory other than just a picture. A lot of crazy stuff has happened in my life, and so I figure if I can take all that crazy stuff and either tell a story time about it or help somebody in some way. I've been through a lot of pain and a lot of trial and error through a lot of things, and so I find if I can just take that pain that I felt from that experience, or the funny thing and funny embarrassing thing that happened to me, and maybe make it into a funny video, that's kind of just a little bit of therapy for me. If I know that I can help someone else, like that's just what makes it even more fun. When I'm like my own boss in a way, I know this is not a job for me yet, but when I can be in control of my own things, my own editing schedule, my own filming schedule, and kind of just the own setup, I can do it on my own terms and schedule, and that's really nice. My first video that I ever filmed on YouTube was the scoliosis story, and that was one of the hardest surgeries that you can go through, and I went through that, and I took a lot of pain and learning and strength from that, and I just decided, you know what, like if I can make something that was really painful and hard into something that I know other people can probably relate to, then I'm gonna do it. So obviously the coronavirus rolled around, and I had like nothing to do all day long. I was like super bored. I would live the same day for like 5 weeks, and I would do the same 5 things over and over and over again. I went through like all my crafts that I had when I was a kid. I pulled out all of those. I went through all of them. I would go on bike rides, walk my dog. I did almost everything that I could. And I was still bored. I don't know really what happened, but one day I just kind of like made an agreement with myself, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit down and make a YouTube video. And I didn't really plan my first video. It kind of just came to me. I don't know what really happened, but I just sat down and started making a video about my scoliosis story. And I remember like I was kind of thinking about it a couple days prior to making my first video, and I had ordered this teeny tiny little ring light, and I thought that it was gonna be like so good and so cool, and it was gonna make my lighting so much better, but it really did not. This little tiny teeny ring light, you can kind of see it goes up just a little bit. It's like a little bright. At nighttime it's obviously brighter, but yeah, so I filmed it with that. I just clipped it onto my phone, and I sat down at my desk and I made a video about my scoliosis story, and the quality in that video is not very good. But I mean, everyone's first video is trial and error, and I was really proud of myself that like I put myself out of my comfort zone and did something that I've always wanted to do. So that's one good positive thing that came from my life from the coronavirus, is I would have never really made the YouTube channel if it wasn't for all that free time on my hands, because I had like all this free time. And I was like, you know what, like, why don't I finally do something that I've always wanted to do? And I did it, and I literally get like this high off of editing. Every single time I film a video and then I'm editing it, I'm like I'm just so excited and so happy about it. And then seeing that like other people really like my videos too, that's what really makes me happy, and I really enjoy seeing other people happy from my videos. If I can just make even 10 people laugh from a funny story time or a funny video, then I know that I can feel good that day, and I'm really happy when I make other people laugh. Me personally, making other people feel good and making other people laugh makes me laugh and feel good. So when I know I can do that to almost 400 people now, which is so awesome. I was in theater in school for like 3 years, and then I was in choir from 4th grade all the way up to sophomore year of high school. I was also in band. I played the flute and clarinet for 2 years in middle school. So I've always been like a big like entertainer, I feel like. Sometimes when I'm editing, it can get so long and I just get like really frustrated because I'm like, oh, like I just want to get this done. But then once I'm done, I have this like project that like I created all by myself, and I feel so good about it, and it makes me so happy. So it's definitely like a happy place for me, and thank you to quarantine and all the free time that I had on my hands, because if I didn't have all that free time on my hands, I would have never made this channel. And I love helping people and sharing my stories and having someone relate to the same thing that I went through. Like, I made a video about getting my tooth knocked out, and like 5 people messaged me and they were like, hey, like I also got my tooth knocked out. I thought I was the only one. I hate my tooth. And I'm like, dude. And so I connect to people on this like cool level of we went through the same thing, and then it also makes me feel less alone and makes other people feel less alone. And some of the funny story times I put out, some people tell me that like I make them laugh so hard. I'm just like, that makes me feel so good, because if I can, like I said, if I can just make a couple people happy out of a silly thing that happened to me, then that's awesome. Like, I know that I'm doing something right, because I love making other people feel happy. I'm really glad that I started this channel, and it's definitely something that I will do for a really long time, and I'm never gonna give up on it. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more videos, subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.